Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनबन्धुं हरे कृष्णा. So today we will see text number 65 from the second chapter. Oh, let us find the sloka. Prasade sarva dukkhanam
Jade sarva dukkhanam
hanir asyopajayate
hanirasya jayate
prasanna chetaso hi ashu
chetaso
buddhi parya vatishtate
buddhi paryavastate
prasade sarva dukkhanam hanir asyopajayate prasanna chetaso hi ashu बुद्धि पर्यवतिष्ठते. Please stand to the shloka.
prasade sarva dukkhanam prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasya pajayate prasanna chetaso hi yasu buddhi patistate.
Anyone else? Somebody was chanting, right?
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरसयोपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो याशु बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते.
Okay. So translation. This text does not have purport. We'll see the translation. For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. So Krishna continues his answer to Arjuna's question about Sthita Pragya. Rajat came, how the Sthita Pragya person acts or how he moves. So yesterday we saw a Sthita Pragya person, he follows the regulative principles, whatever mentioned in the scriptures, and he lives in this world like he is in contact with the sense object, but he is not uh, attached to the pleasure or pleasure from the sense objects. He lives his life normally, but with higher consciousness, without any attachment or aversion. But his Atma Vasha, so his activities are under his control whenever he associates with sense objects also. And then he gets prasad. So here prasad means mercy. So how actually there is always this, how the mercy, how we can understand that we have mercy, or how the mercy comes. So mercy comes in the form of purity, purity in our thoughts, purity in our intelligence, purity in our behavior. So that because all the when we do a study shastra or chant or do some services, we are purifying our uh, senses. We are purifying our desires to apply it in Krishna's service. So, what we get mercy is we get purification of our mind and purification of our intelligence. Hmm. So here, what is prasade sarva dukhanam? So with the prasad, sarva dukhanam hani. So all the material miseries are gone, or there is destruction of these miseries. So if you literally say, okay, so if somebody gets mercy, that means it should be some point that at certain point all the miseries are gone and there is no misery. But that point is generally after the liberation. So, but we say that mercy is always there because without mercy or without getting purified, you cannot progress. So, it cannot because bhakti is progressive, so it cannot be at one point. So, sarva dukkhanam hani rupajayate means last shloka was the sthita pragya is not attached to he is not attached to success or failure, or he does not have attachment or aversion, both. So he is free of the desires to enjoy the results or desire to enjoy the sense objects. So when you are not attached or don't have any aversion or hatred for anything, then you don't feel bad for that particular uh, good result, bad result, or you don't feel happy for the good result. Or the intensity by which you experience the misery is very less. For example, I have something that I like, say a vehicle, a dress. You have a very good dress that you like, and that is your favorite dress. But someday, uh, by somebody else's mistake, the dress is spoiled, or some stain or something. Then, if you are attached to that dress, if you are very much attached to that dress, then you will feel much more pain because it's damaged or it cannot be used. But if you are not attached to that particular dress or that particular thing, then you don't feel the pain so much. You will feel bad, but feeling bad and feeling misery is different. So feeling bad is temporary, but misery, the effect is very much longer. And from misery, there comes more miseries. But feeling bad, you can leave it. So I am not attached to the dress or I am not attached to anything. So I don't feel the emotional setback of the miseries. That's why here Hani Upajayate. So the literal meaning is we don't feel the pain of the problems that we face. So that's why then when you don't feel the problems, then sarva dukkhana, then your dukkha are gone. And then what happened? Prasanna chetaso hi ashu. So your consciousness becomes prasanna, means happy or peaceful. Right? So happy minded means a peaceful mind. When you are happy, the mind is happy. When you are peaceful, you are in positive spirit to accept the things, to do good things. So it's a peaceful mind. So in a peaceful consciousness, then your intelligence is well established or uh, pariya means in right direction, in sufficiently uh, established means what? Once you're established means established in the scriptural intelligence. So whatever, so Prastita Pragya before last loka it is mentioned what there is one Atma Vaishya Vidheyatma. So Vidheyatma means regulative freedom, right, from the scriptures. So first we get those instructions from the scripture or the rules from the scriptures. We try to follow them. So in that situation, in the beginning, we have to control, to follow those. We have to make the mind, prepare the mind to follow those regulations. But when your mind is peaceful, prasanna chetaso, when your consciousness is peaceful, then that rules and regulations become imbibed in your lifestyle or in your mind, and then you no more feel that as a regulation, because that becomes your normal life, right? So and then your intelligence become fixed, established. That means you get used to that life. So now we are experiencing this, right, after the coronavirus, what we say new normal. So what is new normal? Well, we have to adopt it. We don't have any other options. And now we are struggling to adopt the new normal. But maybe after a couple of years, we will be used to this new normal, and then we will no more feel a burden of wearing mask or the screen or washing hands. It will become a regular life. Then it will be easier for us to follow all those things. So similarly, when we study the Shastra, we try to apply the Sthita Pragya tries to apply it in life, and when he gets to mercy, mercy means then his consciousness is purified, his intelligence is purified, his goal is fixed. Because intelligence is purified, then his goal becomes more fixed. He becomes more determined, and in that case, these good qualities or good things or regulations become part of his life and no more burden. So there is example in Bhagavatam, right? In first canto, when Vyasdev, there is dialogue between Vyasdev and Narad Muni, how Vyasdev, after writing all the scriptures, Puranas, Vedanta Sutra, everything, still he was not feeling satisfied, or he was not feeling happy. So in Badrikashram, he was sitting, and then Narad Muni comes there, his guru, and he tells his guru that I am not feeling satisfied. Even after writing so many literatures, Vedas, I am not feeling satisfied. So what's the reason? So then Narad Muni tells, you have given everything, you have written all the scriptures, all the Puranas, Ithas, everything, but you have not written a literature that purely describes glories of the Supreme Lord and his devotees. So till you do that, your mind and you will not feel peaceful, prasanna cheto. So your consciousness will not be peaceful. So then he instructs Vyasadeva to write about Krishna and his devotees. So then he writes Srimad Bhagavatam, which is complete description about Supreme Lord and his devotees. And after writing Bhagavatam, then Vyasadeva starts feeling peacefulness, no anxiety. So in Bhagavatam, it mentioned that till you do bhakti process, you cannot be peaceful. So that Vyasdev's situation was also like that. So we are nowhere in comparison to Vyasdev. So till we do bhakti, we cannot be prasanna chetaso. So the Sthita Pragya, he does all these activities with controlled senses, and by the mercy, he becomes fixed in the bhakti part, where there is no attachment for self satisfaction or no aversion for self. So because he uses the Sthita Pragya uses everything for Krishna. So there is so everyone is Krishna's part and parcel. So he is in very much higher consciousness. So in that state, he becomes very peaceful, and his intelligence becomes more fixed or established. So this is explanation what happens when you get mercy. And that means you get purified. Your desires get purified. What is meaning of desire getting purified? It means we don't desire anything for our pleasure. That means it is purified, and we desire for Krishna. So that is purification. So so in further shlokas, Krishna will continue giving the answer to this Vajet Kim. How does he move? So in the next shloka, Krishna will tell. So if you have this mercy, what happens? If you don't have mercy, what happens? That we will see tomorrow. A very instructive verse today. Yes. If you want to be peaceful, you have to do bhakti. To do bhakti means to chant the name, do the japa, read Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavad Gita. That can give you us peace and happiness. Hare Krishna. Any other points anyone want to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
I have one question regarding the steadiness.
Mm-hmm.
So steadiness, it's like a literal meaning is like being situated in Krishna conscious always, or is it like if you are in Krishna conscious, you have to like if you're reading Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, you have to do it regularly, like every day. So like what is exactly what we have to do?
So in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 13th shloka, Krishna says, right, even if somebody who is trying to do bhakti, if it creates some mistake, and he's fixed in his purpose that he want to do the bhakti, then still I consider him as a bhakta, my bhakta. So what Krishna is trying to tell that uh, even if you do some mistakes while doing sadhana, still he will consider you as a bhakta. So if we say steadiness, sincerity and steadiness, they both go together, right? So steadiness means doing regularly. Once you decide, you do regularly. So I decide to chant 16 rounds. So I do it steadily every day, steadily for whole my life, right? So it's a big commitment. So like this, we slowly commit more and more to the Krishna conscious activities. And if we can do that steadily, then our consciousness get purified. Because we are not, because we are grahasthas or we are doing jobs, it will be difficult for us to be in 24 hours in the same consciousness, right? Because we will be moved by the situation. But our determination should be steady that, yeah, whatever, okay, I will do my job, I will do my cooking, I will do taking care of my kids and everything. But ultimately, my goal is to continue in my bhakti mark. So that is the steadiness we are trying to say. Continuously keep doing the sadhana steadily. So,
Okay, understood.
mm,
Thank you so much.
because that's the importance, right? We promise that I will chant 16 rounds daily throughout my life. So that's the big commitment of steadiness, right? So like that.
Yes, right. No, actually, like in my personal experience, it happens many times that I always say to myself that I'll read Bhagavatam every day or I'll read Bhagavad Gita one slok every day, but somehow the other time I always miss it. So that's why I was asking
Yeah.
what does steadiness exactly mean?
Yeah. So if you want to read one shloka, if you can read the one shloka every day, that is best. But if someday you miss, but still you have the desire and attachment to reading that is steadiness. So you are not giving it up. That is
Okay, understood. Yeah, got it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. So tomorrow we will see what happens when we don't have this prasad or we mercy or we don't get purified. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.